I'm in the game. I'm in the game. Hello, I'm in the video with my daddy.
All right, everybody. So, how's it going this week? So, just kind of a heads up. This is pre-recorded, so you're probably going to see it live, but it's actually pre-recorded. Gilly had to work this weekend, so we had to work it out. So, luckily, we were still able to meet up and get it kind of get this taken care of. But we're gonna meet model tank guy Gilly, and we're gonna find out where he's from. So, how's it going, man?
Hey Josh, hi. How's it going?
It's going,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
So first, plug your channel, and I think you have an Instagram account, right?
No Instagram. I used to, but I got rid of it. Didn't go
Okay,
anywhere, so yeah.
but I'm right. It's the model tank guy, right?
Right.
Okay.
Gilead Model
And
Tank guy.
how long have you been on YouTube?
Uh, Geez, how long has it been now? Well, I came on when I first started back probably about 12 years ago, and then really didn't do much because I was just learning. So roughly in the past 6 years, 5, 6 years,
Oh, that's cool.
I've just been going hard at it.
So what is it that you mostly like to do?
Well, pretty much anything. It's just my go-to is tanks, hence the name Model Tank Guy. But yeah, I do cars, planes, jets, anything from World War II era to modern.
What is your favorite kit so far that you've done out of that?
Ah, that would have to be. I don't think I got that one here anymore.
Of course not. Of
Of course
course
not.
not. Right?
No. We had a little accident here, and some of my kits fell. Don't ever buy a cheap bookcase ever. You're gonna have
Yeah,
problems.
I could see how
Yeah.
how that could be a problem.
So yeah. Anyways, that would be one of my Dragon kits there. The early production Tiger One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, came out pretty good, but unfortunately it crashed, and yeah, a lot of kits were gone. But they can be rebuilt. Don't worry. Don't worry. We can start over, rebuild them, even better,
Even better.
even better. Hopefully.
I mean, you're kind of like me in a lot of ways that you do a lot of different stuff. How do you transition all that? Is my question, because you knock out the tanks and do all the weathering and all that stuff, and then you go do like a NASCAR kit and
Right.
make it look like it's just entered the race, and it's like a completely different thing. And I was kind of curious how you manage all that.
Just take it slow, patience. Again, when I first started out as a young lad, I did a lot of cars. So one day I ended up discovering girls, and all that disappeared for a while. So jumping back to a car thing was actually pretty easy. It's like riding a bike. Speaking of cars, there's one I just finished
Oh yeah, check
recently.
this out.
Yeah.
There's another one that you just finished too that looks phenomenal. That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's my One of my recent ones I just did, getting back into the hobby. Well, NASCAR hobby. We used to sit around, me and Dad, watching NASCAR as they take another left turn, you know. And there's my cartoon one, Woody Woodpecker.
I see. I mean, even with most of that being decal work, the paint jobs look awesome on that.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't see any.
Some of them are pretty straightforward, just a base color. I got a few that are coming up with different tones, so that's going to be a little challenging, but we can always fix that with masking tape and mask all and all that. Can't wait to get my hands on those new Salvino ones, though. I got some coming in.
What's Savino? Is that the model kit manufacturer?
Yeah. The next gen racing cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rick Salvino on them.
Have you done one yet, or is it going to be the first one?
Yeah, it's going to be my first one. I'm just waiting for my order to come in. I got one of the new ones coming off in this coming February. There'll be a new one coming out in mid-February. So that's one coming in, and still waiting for Chase Elliott's car to come in.
Oh, okay.
Number 9.
Yeah, that's one of the newer, better drivers out there now. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot that one. If you're a NASCAR fan.
So, I mean, you basically just showed your NASCAR stuff. You do a lot of armor. What's the other thing you like to do a lot of?
Well, mainly I'm just a weekend warrior. I do most of my work on the weekend. Like I got a full-time job from Monday to Friday. And then once a month I got to do a 6-day stretch. It involves a weekend. So most times I'm not down here working, just on my days off. And when I do, I just sit here and binge model kits. When I got to wait on one thing, I start working on another. Like I usually got about 5 kits going at one time.
Oh,
That's how I get so many kits going.
wow.
So many kits done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it seems like that's the way to do it now these days because, I mean, you have a big enough stash, right?
Oh, yeah. I got enough to keep me busy till I'm done.
As long as you don't start mixing the Ford parts with the Chevy cars, right?
Right. That'll go good. Other than that, yeah, I just during my off time, I sit around and check out all my subscribers, like the ones I subscribe to. I binge watch their videos. There's a lot I don't comment to, but there's quite a few I do.
I was going to say, I know for me, you've been a really big supporter of my channel for a long, long time.
Oh yeah, ever since I found you, I've been watching most of your videos.
No, and that was one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get you on is because you've been such a big supporter of my channel. I figure I would get you in the rotation and kind of throw a bunch of subscribers your way, right? Because there's a bunch of people that I think would like some of the stuff that you do, right?
Right. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's all about modeling, so yeah. I like it. And again, thank you, Joss. I'm honored.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bad here. I think I'm coming down with something.
That just means you need to take another shot of alcohol.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
I got one here, so.
Right. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Right, for sure.
So you've been on YouTube for quite a while. You've been doing all that, but I just noticed recently that you've been hanging over there with Eric and the
Okay,
guys
yeah.
over at Hobby Time, right?
Yeah. Hobby
How
Time
would you like
Models.
that group, and and you can plug their group too, because you're a pretty big influencer over there.
Oh, cool. Thanks. I didn't think I was, but yeah.
Anybody that gives Eric a bad time more than the rest of them, is an influencer, right?
Right, right, yeah. It's all good, yeah. It's a good club. I like it. It's not like the other forums where you're actually playing around on this side, then you got to jump to that side. I found it was a little more complicated where I couldn't get anything done. I was just busy playing around on their forums, not actually modeling. So I kind of went through, let's see, there's about 5 forums that I was on where I was just doing the same thing over and over and over and over. They're good sites and everything, but they kind of take the fun out of modeling. Where here at Hobby Time, they just sit back, do a kit. Nobody cares. Like, just have fun.
Right.
Right. And we all joke around. We all get along.
Oh man, you guys cut deep. Forget the joking around. You guys cut deep. I've watched you guys attack Eric. Eric's got a good sense of humor, thank God. But
yeah,
you guys
don't
cut
forget
deep.
Ian. We tear Ian a new one once in a while too. That's Ian from Pit Stain Models.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's Todd, quiet Todd, but we always pick on him on the back end there.
Now Todd's the one that does all the lighting stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd
See,
does all
I gotta
part
get
work.
him on here. Because he does a lot of great work with the lighting kits.
Oh yeah,
Like
he's
that
pretty
fire
good.
truck, fire truck he was working on, that is really, really good.
That is awesome. If I really had the time and say the money too, I would try one of those. That fire truck looks awesome. I'd really love to try that.
It's not necessarily the money, it's that I don't get the whole kit at once.
Yeah, that too. That kind of kills
You
it
know,
for me
you know what I mean? It's like I'm waiting for the next set of parts. That would just like that irritate me more than anything.
It does, yeah. Same here. Like I would have got into it a long time ago, like I've been telling them. Just the waiting, like I got patience for models, but I like to finish what I start in a certain time, not just let it sit there and collect dust while the next part comes in. No.
Well, and then like not all of the manufacturers, but some of them like they went bankrupt and they had to stop, right? They couldn't send any more parts out. So now you're still figuring out. I think there's some people that still don't know if they're going to get to finish those kits or not.
Yeah, I hear some of them are discontinued now. I'm not too sure. It kind of scared me when I heard all that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you
My
really
heart
think
for them
about it,
just went, ooh,
it's like
scary.
it's like $1,200 for some of those kits. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
some of
worth
them-
it. Don't get me wrong, they're worth it. But it's like, holy cow.
All that money gone.
Yeah, right. So what are some? So that's where you like to hang out.
Yeah.
And then when you're hanging out, giving Eric a bad time, what tools are you working with?
Tools? Oh, the usual hobbies. I got a few hobby knives. What else did I pick up recently? I'll show you these ones. These are actually for my... Let me tilt the camera down here so I don't get you guys too sick. Oh, crotch shot.
What the
So
heck
these
are
couple of Bandai tools I get, I like to play with. They're basically for splitting seam parts together. So most of us Bandai, well, I like to put them together, take them apart, and repaint them.
okay?
Yeah. So and these tools help. You just get in there, help you pry the pieces apart without actually breaking, which are pretty good. They help. They're also good for your tank tracks and tank wheels. I like them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good that looks like a cool thing. I've always been super curious how people take those things back apart, and that really makes sense.
And some chisels.
Oh, what are you using the chisels on?
Well, I work with a bunch of older kits, and these actually come pretty good for actually removing, and they're also good for scribing.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, is that actual like model hobby tools or is that like wood crafting tools?
I actually got these off of a wood crafting site. That's a pretty good question. You kind of got me there, right on the spot. Yeah. These are actually wood tools, but they actually work really good for my models. So you see, I can get in there. I can actually remove one of these. I don't know if you guys see that. I can remove that with these easily. So yeah, things like that. I look around. I'm always getting something easier. Like they're not very crafted. This is just actually shrink wrap on a piece of wood.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Huh.
Nice little rubber tips. So that's all they are. They're like piece of metal, wood.
It's crazy how simple tools can be, huh?
Oh yes. Oh yes. And my favorite.
Paint pens.
Paint pens, acrylic paint pens.
Oh, are those like the comic book marker things?
Kind of, but they're actually by Tool Art. I use these a lot on all my models. Like a lot of people, I don't know if you watch HPI guy, he likes to use Sharpies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use these ones because these are acrylics. And I
Okay.
paint a lot with Tamiya acrylics. So these go good with my paints I use. Other than that, that's use all the basic tools, brushes, clamps.
You an airbrush guy or a rattle can guy?
I'm an airbrush guy.
What airbrush do you have?
I got a couple. Infinity, Sotar.
How do you like the Sotar compared to the Infinity?
Both are pretty good, actually. I like to find detail. The Sotar does. The Infinity CR does the same thing, but it's more flashier. It can hold more paint. Takes a little getting used to, but you can get really fine with this.
Now, if I'm wrong, the Infinity is what, a 0.2?
1.5.
1.5. Oh my gosh. That is super. Yeah, because the Sotar is what, a 0.3? Depending on which one you get, but
Depending on which one you get, this is the fine airbrush one. So I believe that's just under 2, 1.9, or yeah, just like a 2, almost a 2.
oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I've always thought the Sotar is like a big overkill for what we need, right?
I actually do a lot of base painting with both of these. They're pretty good.
No,
Depending on what kind of work I want to do, either it's a Sotar or the Infinity, but most of the time it's the Badger Chrome And my pay trip. Here, let me get
Well,
you
that's
that.
cool. I mean, it's always good to,
Camera problems. There we go.
it's only problems if the camera breaks, man.
Right. Yeah, I almost dropped it.
So with the airbrushes, what paint are you using?
I basically run just with Tamiya paints. Just straight Tamiya. I got a few make packs here and AK paint sets, but kind of too expensive to buy these little packs when I can just get Tamiya jars here at $4.99 a pop.
But I mean, if the AK stuff, that's almost as good or better than the Tamiya stuff, right?
Right. Depends how you use it, and like I hear a lot of people have troubles with them. Me, they've been good to me. I like them. They go down nice and flat. I have no problems with them. I always use their product thinner and everything, and that's about it. Everything runs good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. No, I mean that's really cool that you're getting the good use out of the AK stuff, because I've heard nightmares about some of that stuff.
Yeah, I heard a lot.
Especially the new, I think it's what, 3G or 3 Gen?
Yeah, the 3 Gen 2, that's one I haven't touched yet, but I don't think I'll be going that route. Too many horror stories. So, like, their old stuff is pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is one of their old ones. I'll have to take a look. Can't remember. Like, this is their first run. Yeah, this might have came back in their second run by the looks of it. Yeah, I got no problems with them, dude. So far, I got 3 tanks out of this set.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty good for a little.
Well, you don't need much. You can fill up one pot and then you're good to spray. Just hopefully it's not a big kit and then you're not using a whole bottle.
Hopefully not, right?
I
don't know. Some of them tanks, man. Some of them tanks I've seen you done are actually pretty good size, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Just most of the time I like to cheat with mix and match my paints. I'll do like what do you call that? A primer red down first, and then I'll come in with my AK and big paints just for the camo pattern. So save myself a lot of paints there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a super good idea.
But I always seal it in first. Like, I don't mix paint over paint. I paint, seal, then I use a different brand of paint and then make sure that's sealed in as well, so there's no chemical reaction going on and things mess up later. Yeah.
Come on, it's always cool to see the paint just like explode on a kit, isn't it? Looks like a chemistry set went wrong, right?
Yeah. It's like your chemistry set went wrong, and then no, I can't do that.
I mean,
they're expensive, so I got to take my time with them, get them, try and get it right the first time.
I mean, it's that, or the chemistry set goes completely the other way and it like hardens like a rock.
Yeah.
And you can't get it off when you do make a mistake. Right?
Yeah, right. But there's always that chance where you just get it right and then you're like, wow, how did I do that and what did I do? Then your mind just goes blank and you're like, okay, that'll never happen again. Oh well.
So is that the only paint you use?
Other than Well, I do paint figures. I got some Citadels here, some first gen Vallejos. And since I'm getting back into the things, I got what are these again? Let me see. Army Painter, that's what they are. I bought the set of Army Painter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have that same stuff. I I didn't think much of the first stuff, like the stuff like years ago,
Yeah, same thing. I got a
but they redid all the formulas and stuff in those, so they're a lot better now.
they're
I
like
don't necessarily like the metallic set,
yeah.
but I've been pretty happy with Army Painter so far. I mean, you're never going to compete with Citadel, but you know,
No, they're too
but
big.
I hate them damn pots. So
I can't stand these things. Like, I'd
And-
rather deal with the dropper than these pots, you know.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, so what figures are you doing?
I don't know what they're called. They are actually working on some 40K Warhammer Oryx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I have that set actually. No. Oh yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
The big guy in there.
Yeah. I have
Sorry for the glare, the plastic's still on there. Just finished painting my Dark Elder Raven jet bike.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Actually finished that on a live stream there, the one on Friday. That's right there. Can't really see too good, but yeah.
I mean, that thing looks cool. Oh, and that's their first edition jet
Yeah,
bike.
that's one of their first ones. It was on sale for like under $20. I picked it up.
Man, you should have put that thing on eBay and you could have sold it for like 300.
One of the guys at the shop there tried to buy it off me, paint it, and I was like, nah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Maybe next one.
Right?
Well, that's how I got started in the painting. Painting these figures. One of the guys asked me, they're like, well, can you paint? I said, I'd paint a little bit and did a few figs for him. He liked them, so
No,
jump in.
that's really cool. I actually like. I mean, I wish some of the Warhammer stuff was a little bit bigger, but
Yeah.
you know, I don't mind. I don't mind it so much. I don't really like doing dark colors on the Warhammer stuff because it's hard to do the details. I've found out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm having trouble with some. What do you call those guys? Can't even remember their names. Dark Soldier something. My mind just goes blank when I'm just asking you.
are you ever going to play the game, or are you just painting the figures?
I'm just painting the figures. I'm not much into games. I haven't played games in a long time besides life.
Well, you know, that is a good board game too.
Yeah, I hear it is. I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, right.
Try to be the big kid I am, you know.
Yeah, you know, I do the hobby to relieve stress, so I can only imagine, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I do it. Like for many years there, when I first started out, when I was a young lad, I was excuse me, I was diagnosed with anxiety,
Okay.
and doctor told my parents, well, he's got to keep his mind busy and got to keep his mind off things at the same time, you know. So So they decided, well, what could we do to do that? Get them situated. The medium, the happy medium. And they threw a model kit in front of me. So I started doing those for a while. I was nice and quiet. Everything calmed down. Things were good. And then that's where I got my hook. That's where I got hooked.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. They could have given you like video games or something to do.
They tried. Never worked.
Really?
I did play now and then, but I wasn't much a video player. Like that first Mario took me how long to finish? Damn, I can't remember.
I was gonna say, people finished that one.
I couldn't. I had troubles. I jumped straight to number 2, and then even then, didn't like it.
Oh man, I understand that. So my question is, where are you at in the world?
Where am I at? Way up north in Canada. Small town called Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the hobby scene like there?
We got a nice little hobby shop. We got model train people here. We got D&D players. We got 40K. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So is that all at the same hobby shop, or is there like
all in one?
Oh, nice.
All in one shop. No ma and pa shop.
There you go.
It's pretty busy on the weekend when I go and visit.
Yeah, right.
I'm there so often I can help the old guy out and get some sales done for him. Oh yeah, you can find this one over here under the shelf under here. That's how much time I spend there too, so help the guy sell kits.
Well, hopefully he cuts you in on some of the profit.
Oh, I wish.
Right?
Oh no, I get a nice discount for all that.
Well, that's
He treats
cool.
me good, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's helping the local hobby shop out in a different way.
Oh yeah, right, for sure. Take my kits in there once in a while, show them off. Gives the young kids a little glimpse of what they could make. It helps.
So, is there any model clubs or anything by you?
Oh yeah, we got our own club here, and yep. And then there's the train show. So both of us clubs get together and do that once a year.
Wow, that's cool.
If you remember correctly, back in my early years of YouTube, I posted a video there of the train show and model. That's all. It's just a train show and model show off. It's no contest, nothing. We just get together, entertain our people,
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's cool.
We got the RC guys. They come in there with their RC tanks, planes. And then we got the Woodworkers Club.
That's where you found the chisels.
Yeah. A guy was showing me chisels, and I was like, oh, cool. Where'd you find those? And he told me. And so I checked them out. And I was like, all right, they work pretty good. I'll take them.
So with the part of the world that you're in and the hobby scene, with it being snow all year round, does the hobby help with that or hinder with that?
It helps a lot, actually. Come summer, it kind of slows down because we only get what? Let's say June, July, August, about 3-4 months of hot weather, and then that's it. We're back to cold. So the hobby thrives in the cold weather.
Especially if you don't play hockey, huh?
Right.
So what is your future plans for your YouTube channel?
Well, with the amount of videos I've been putting out the past year, I was really shooting for 300 subscribers, but I'm like, wow, I could beat that in the next month. So, but yeah, I'm looking to do more of try to get at least one big build in, one big video build. It's usually going to be a bigger kit and take my time, show step by step. Not like these cheap little ones I've been doing. Trying to get more people interested into each step instead of just cut, and then record,
Oh, that'll be interesting to see once you
I'm
start
gonna
doing
bring
that.
back the old way.
So I guess my question is, what are you gonna pick? You gonna pick like a tank to do, or are you
Well,
gonna pick like a big rig?
I got a few lined up already. My first one's gonna be a 32nd Su-27 Ukrainian build, so that's gonna be a nice one. I'm gonna have that video up here in the first week in February. Well, the first parts, anyways. So yeah. If you guys are watching, check it out. It's a big 1/32 scale. Well, supposedly over there jet, but Ukrainian. I don't want to say the names. People frown upon stuff like that. So
no judgment here, right?
right,
I mean, it's just a model kit.
right. That's how
It's how I treat it. I know there's unfortunately the drama that comes with some of our kits. I do understand that,
Right.
and I do, appreciate that view that those people have, but that's not my way of thinking. I just right. And I mean, anytime you get on social media, right, you got to deal with some of that stuff. It's crazy, but
that's crazy.
It is part. You gotta.
That. All it is just a hobby, plastic, glue.
Right.
No need to bring that stuff into it.
No, and unfortunately, there's those people that think they absolutely have the right because it's on the internet. They have the right to voice their opinion. Not that we're going to listen to their opinion, but they feel like they have the right to.
Right.
And it's
like just our good buddy Gil says, keep the drama to the queens.
True. Yeah.
True, Let them have it. Who cares? So yeah, I got a few big builds coming, and well, I don't want to spoil all the fun for you guys. I tell you now, then most of them won't show up, So yeah, you guys have to stick around, check them out. I'm forcing you guys to check them out.
And there will be a link to his YouTube channel in the description on this video when it comes out. And so yeah, you're kind of like me in a lot of ways. You do figures, cars, tanks. I haven't seen a whole lot of sci-fi, but I think there's a little bit somewhere deep, way back when.
Oh yes, I got a few of those coming up too. Unfortunately, I won't be lighting them. I'm not. That's still something I'm learning. Until I get that right, then maybe next year I'll be putting a lit up sci-fi kit out. I hear it's pretty easy. I don't know. Eric says it's easy.
Who?
24 volts. Eric.
Okay, you're taking advice from Eric. Just think about what you just said there.
Right.
Todd, I got no problem with. Eric, you need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah. Back up.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll be doing a couple of those. I got a few, what do you call it? Star Treks up there ready to go. Picked up a new two of these, so one of these will be lit.
Okay, hold. Whoa! Hold
Whoa,
on,
whoa, 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 whoa.
hold on. What do you think of that kit? Because I have not heard good. I've heard good things, and I've not heard good things about that kit.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Check out my latest video there and my cheap little review of it. Yeah. After the long wait we had waiting for it, I was not too impressed. Let's say that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've kind of heard the same thing from a lot of people that they weren't expecting that scale, right? Because
Right.
it's not very big, right?
No, it's not very big.
And I don't know what you paid for it, but it's not exactly a cheap kit either.
It's about the size of the ruler, lengthwise, about half the height of the ruler. So it's actually for that size, they could have got a lot more detailed in both outside and inside. Like it's nice to have a nice panel lining, but at least add some edges and other stuff. Like it's 2023 now. Like you can put all this stuff in without ease, you know? It's not the 70s anymore where you just get a flat piece of plastic with a bunch of lines on it. Like, that's what this kit reminds me of.
That sucks.
Anyways, well, you guys can check out my video there on my take on the video. So yeah.
No, it's cool. I know I watched some of it, and I knew you weren't very impressed. I did know that.
I really
Uh,
didn't want to post it, but I was like, well, I'm already in. I was like, well, what the hell? Forget it. Just post it. This is my view on it.
okay, you
Next
know,
to be everyone's already done the Revell one. Everybody likes the Revell one, so I probably won't do one of that one.
cool.
Cool, yeah.
So we've got about 15 minutes left
Oh,
before. Did you have any questions for me?
yeah. How's that big Warhammer guy going? You were doing 3D parts back then, and I was like,
The one in the corner?
oh yeah, I see it.
I I finished that last summer because one of the modeling shows was actually getting together. So I finished it to take down there because it's a People's Choice Award.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, okay. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got third out of People's Choice
Yeah.
there. So like that was the non-car side of it.
Yeah.
So, and there was some nice stuff there. So I was pretty shocked. And everybody seemed to enjoy it because they put it on
Oh
a
yeah.
table all
That.
by itself. I mean, it's not a little thing either. So
No, no, it's huge. I
it's
I was
you know,
really into that. I was
yeah.
watching almost every part of it. I can't believe I missed it. Slipped my mind. Huh.
And there's parts of it like I had to repaint. I waited for decal or stencils forever. That was a whole fiasco all by itself. And then I just pushed through and got it done so I could take it to the show. I still need to do the base because I want to do like a Warhammer tank.
Oh, nice.
There's this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to put a bunch of that stuff on the base, and then I have like walkers and stuff. Oh,
Nice.
see, I have a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah, I got a couple of those I want to get going too.
But
I really want to do one of those big, what do you call those, knights?
oh, the Night Titans.
Yeah, the Night Titans. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
check
I've
one
got a
out yet.
couple of
I gotta
them.
do one.
Yeah, they're pretty cool actually when
Very
you
cool.
when you sit down and actually look at them. They're I wish I know the UK and they're really big over there.
Yeah.
But over here in the States, if you're spending almost $180 on one, I would like it to be a little bit bigger.
Well, right. Eh?
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even that orc set that you have, that's what, $60-$70?
Right.
And they're
60
not
bucks,
very
yeah.
big. And there's
No,
only
they're
what,
not.
like 9 of them, 10 of them in the thing?
They're smaller than our paint pots, but yeah.
Yeah. It's not I like doing the figures, but the price point that they're going to is just getting a little too ridiculous
It's
for
getting
over there.
crazier and crazier.
Well, I
Almost
mean,
every year they go up. I'm like,
and the worst part is UK. They can go to the Warhammer or
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I think Games Workshop over there, they can pick some of that stuff up for like that kit is like $25 there.
yeah, it's so cheaper there.
It's, I mean,
Drives me nuts.
granted, we don't have the shipping, but it's like, come on. Like when you can go pick up a Night Titan for like $70, it's like half the price.
It's half the
It's like,
price. Yeah.
I get why those guys are really liking all that stuff, but I can't justify it anymore.
Like even all their semi trucks out there, their Scanias and Volvos. Like over here, we can pay over $120 for one of those. Over there, they're paying $30-$40.
Yeah.
Like Orange and Apple. Like, come on, why do we suffer?
I mean, to be honest, ever since they started raising the prices the way they are, you can go to the hobby shops by me and you can tell the difference because they used to be a lot of people going to them.
Yeah.
And not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore.
But, what are you going to do? It's
right.
Price point.
I'm surprised our hobby shop is still around. Like, don't get me wrong, the old guy wants to sell out now because he's getting up there in age and he wants to enjoy the rest of his retirement. But I'm surprised it's still around. Like, that place is still full of kits, trains, RCs, tanks.
Right.
I think that has to do with me. Lots of tanks, so yeah. But yeah, he's doing very good still, so which I'm happy. I got a shop to go to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and you get that interactive side of the hobby.
Right.
When you go to a hobby shop. And it depends on the hobby shop too, because some of them are very interactive with people and they want people in there interacting with each other. And some aren't. I've noticed.
Right. You walk. I went to one here back, let's say next city over, or for you guys, the next state over. Not one person came up and asked me how I was doing. What was I looking for? They all just stood back looking like, well, okay. I'm holding up 2 kits. Which one should I get?
Right.
Looking at them saying, okay, like, are you going to help me buy one of these or what? So in other words, I just put them both down and walked out. I said, forget it.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I've done that a couple times. I've done that.
That all happened. I was actually going to a model show. And instead of buying kits at the model shop, I ended up buying a whole bunch at the model show instead. Because these guys were more interested. We're in the same group, Here,
Nice.
try this one. You'll like it. Da, da, da. I'm sold. I'm easy.
Nice. Nice.
Don't tell the girls.
So, do you have another question for me?
Yes. How's that school going with you and Gil and the other guys?
The classes and stuff?
Yeah, the
Have you
classes.
watched some of the
Yeah, I've been watching them and they're pretty good.
so right now we're actually we did the box last night.
Yeah, yeah. Those
And
are good looking.
mine has more of a red cherry tint to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is going to be the figure.
Oh yeah, I know. I seen that Aussie girl.
Yeah, this is one of 3 that we're gonna be working on. This one actually stands, on top of the box, so it'll be like this,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, it's kind of learning a different process about colors.
Right.
That's the big thing that I've taken away. Like skin tone, there's a how do you want to say this? There's a code that makes the skin just pop. And if you can't figure that out, like it's Gil's helped me out quite a bit. Cause I mean, you can take some of the figures that I've done in the past and look at one I've done on the first Elf bust last year.
Yeah.
And it's like night and day different. Like it just clicked and I'm doing way better. I kind of messed up the skin tone on this, but I can fix it back with oils. So I'm just going to see how it goes. But yeah, I've gained a lot from it. Anytime I've taken a class on the hobby, I've learned like night and day different.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah, I talked to Gil there and I told him, I said, yeah, I'll be getting on one of your classes there pretty soon.
which figure are you gonna try to do? Or are you gonna do
probably not this summer, but this fall I was thinking of getting on one.
There you go.
I don't know how far up has anything planned yet, but later in the year I want to make room to squeeze the classes in. Because right now
that's
I
awesome.
got my spring and summer lined up for my channel.
No, I don't know. This is just me for the figure stuff, right? But if you can learn how to dry brush stuff on a figure and take it to the interior of a car, the interior of your car is going to look 100 times better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And just doing the simple techniques in like just, slowly weathering a seat. Because you know how that soft plastic, and you just dry brush a little bit and it gives it texture without giving it texture or not having texture on it. It's like you just change the interior completely in a car. And I believe everybody should learn how to paint a figure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Same here. That's why I've been
like tanks, figuring out how to weather stuff.
Yeah.
You either got to be really fine or you got to dry brush stuff.
Right.
It's like, and all that stuff translates back into the hobby.
Right.
To other stuff. That's why, I classify figure painters as part of the hobby, even though it's a different subject and it's not like, I mean, this comes in parts, but it's resin casted. It's not like Warhammer where it's on a sprue and you got to put stuff together, right?
Yeah.
And even the Gundam stuff, it's the weathering stuff there.
A lot of people don't think Gundams are kits, but I still find them kits.
Usually how I answer that question is it comes on a sprue.
Right.
So it's a model.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I'm the same way. If you got to put it together, it's a model.
Yeah. No, it's. And then there's the 3D printed side of the hobby. that gets his likes and dislikes. It's
Oh,
kind
I
of
like
like,
all of it. It's just that's one thing I probably won't get into because means I got to buy more stuff. I'll leave the 3D part to the 3D people. I'll buy it,
yeah,
but
right.
I won't make it.
Well, I mean, there's like people. I'll say Mike, but
Yeah.
um, he's been having a real success
Oh yeah.
printing out figures and doing really, really good with it. You know, I can't say enough about it. It's like it's crazy to think that you could make a living selling something online.
Right.
I'm not capable of that, but you know,
Well, you see, if everybody bought a 3D printer, then no one's going to be buying anything. They'll just be making their own. We're actually
well,
saving it. We're buying
printers,
them.
resin printers have gotten so cheap now.
Oh
It's
yeah, I know.
you can
I came
like
that close, and then I was like, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it to the smarter guys.
right. And
I
I
can't
don't
even get a video edited, and I'm thinking about 3D printing. I'm like, no, I'll leave it to the 3D guys. I'm done.
I mean I've only got the worst part about being in the Pacific Northwest is it gets super cold here in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like this time of year. So out here in the garage where the printer's at, it's like I don't even try. I don't even try to print anything anymore. Maybe with the PLA one I'd try because I mean it'll warm up its own self.
Yeah.
But even then, like you start it in the afternoon, and by the end of it, you can see where the cold spot was at night in the print. It's crazy. All right, man. You got another question for me?
Actually, no, I'm pretty good now. I just want to know how your school was going, and sorry, I forgot about your Space Marine there. Just slipped my mind with all the videos I've been watching, I guess.
And there's parts of it that I just was trying to burn through and get it done.
Yeah.
I'm really like that sometimes where like if I just want to get a project done, I don't even worry about filming it anymore. I'll just film the final and be like, I'm done.
Sometimes I just forget about the camera and I just keep going. Before you know it, my card runs out and I was like, oh well, back to work.
Right. Yeah, it's that same kind of thing. Yeah, right. But anyway, we've almost gotten to that hour mark. Thank you for coming on. I'm glad we were able to make this work. I really appreciate it. Model Tank Guy on YouTube. You're on a bunch of the different Facebook groups. I know that. I don't know all of them, but I know a couple of them. Pretty cool guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks. You're awesome too, Josh.
Always
awesome. I've been watching you for a long time.
There's not many people in the hobby scene that has a good sense of humor like me. Like we got almost the same kind of sense of humor, so it works, right?
That's why I love this hobby. We can all joke around. Everybody thinks almost the same.
But like I was saying, yeah. Thank you for coming on. I will talk to you in a couple minutes, and I will. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Gilly, Model Tank Guy. Go hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it. Trust me, you won't regret it. But I will see you guys the following week. After this plays 30 minutes or so, Gil's class is going to start. And that's where I'll be live over at Red Dragon. So see you guys next time. Bye.